Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Afternoon Shenanigans, Season 2, Episode 8, Part 2. Where we left off, Jinx was going through the story of being shit on by the courts and the media, more or less, and just really fucked up evidence and shit not being put into play that should have been. And I'm gonna let Jinx pick up where she left off.
And the fact that media doesn't fact check anything. They cause their own propaganda and their own version of hysteria in different scenarios to keep the public like puppets. Because this original article, like I said, I had screenshotted it and put it on my TikTok. It's still up. But if you go to the Elko Daily Press, this article doesn't exist anymore. It's been changed. So I'm going to read y'all the original article that came out January 19th, 2023. An Elko man was sentenced in district court to a minimum of 4 years and a maximum of 17 years in prison for a January 21 shooting at a trailer park that left one man dead and a woman permanently disabled. Austin William Himmelman, 32, was sentenced by Judge Mason Simmons for one count of involuntary manslaughter, a Category D felony, and one count of battery with a deadly weapon causing substantial bodily harm, a Category B felony. Mind you, he was indicted for second degree. Simmons also ordered Himmelman to pay $10,468.70 restitution for funeral costs to Jeanette Thiel, the mother of Matthew Bays, who died 3 days after being shot twice in the back of the leg and once in the head, which Queen pointed out was not what happened. And Matthew was pronounced dead January 8th. They took him for organ harvesting on January 9th. So Matthew was long gone before January 10th. So there's that. Austin Himmelman has supposedly been in a work camp, but yet my mom hasn't seen a single penny yet in restitution. Okay? Theo, which is my mom, who spoke during her victim impact testimony, described her life the day she learned about the shooting and the loss of her son and the hole his death left in their family. I am asked to describe how it affected myself and my family, Theo said. There are no words that can. The anguish and pain of the loss of my son, Matthew Allen Bays, has weighed my heart and my soul. My life has completely stopped. Crying as she read from the prepared statement, Theo told the court that her son remains alive through the 4 people who received his organs after he died. It was 6 people. The thing is, Himmelman didn't kill Matthew that day. Matthew lives on, Theo said. There are strangers walking and talking and making memories and living life. I'm angry and hurt, Theo concluded. Nobody deserves to be shot and killed. Nobody has the right to make that choice. Bays' sister, hello, welcome Jinx to the conversation, also tearfully spoke about the loss of her younger brother, reading from a poem she rewrote to fit her thoughts and views regarding Bays' death, the aftermath, including depression, anxiety, PTSD, and nightmares. Matthew had many titles: brother, son, uncle, cousin, father, spouse, best friend, helper, healer, and overall jokester of our family, she said. The poorly made decision to carry out the senseless act that led to Matthew's death has removed all those titles. She said she would constantly be Matthew's voice and forgave Himmelman to set an example for her children. Austin, for my sake and for my kids' sake, and setting an example as a mom, I forgive you, she said. Won't forget, but I forgive you for taking away my person. I hope that someday you can forgive yourself genuinely.
Jinx,
As much as I want to hate you and hate what you caused,
Breathe,
Well,
Jinx.
for my
we're gonna take
kids,
a quick break,
I have
guys.
to say,
Go ahead.
Himmelman, who said earlier had declined to speak on his own behalf, but chose to respond to Bays' sister with tears. My heart goes out to every single one of you, he said. I wish everybody here knew the truth of what really happened. I'm not here to talk about that today. Why not? It was your plea hearing. Shouldn't you be fucking telling us? I can't talk about that here today, but it's a horrible, tragic accident, and if I could take it back, I would. I'm
I'm
so
sorry.
sorry. I'm not a cold-hearted monster. I did it out of fear for my own life, Himmelman continued. I'm sorry. In their statements, both Theo and Baze's sister expressed disappointment in how Himmelman's case was handled by the Nevada Deputy Attorney General Michael J. Bongard. Hi, did you think I was done with you yet, you old fuck? Which I'm going to pause here and let y'all know the reason this plea deal even existed, he didn't get it okay with us or the other victim. It was so he could lighten his caseload to go on vacation, his exact words. Given the defendant's criminal record, they also asked Simmons to sentence Himmelman to the maximum penalty allowed. Bongard took over the case from the Elko District Attorney's Office, which cited conflict of interest. You think? Elko County Public Defender Matthew Pinnell addressed the court after victim impact testimony concluded, explaining that if the case had gone to trial, there was a possibility Himmelman could have been acquitted by the jury. Let's move into part 3 before I get into this, because this is where it gets deep.
We still have 3.5 minutes.
Oh, trust me, I need more than that.
Let me ask you something. How can you empty a clip into somebody and then say it was an accident? I'm asking.
Or say you were in fear for your life if the weapon was proven to never be unholstered.
I'm asking the viewers, how can somebody claim, in your opinion, viewers and fans,
Hold on, let me give a tip from the court case. The trajectory pattern of bullet holes in that trailer park went in a straight line like he was following my brother, straight to that field.
How can you say you were in fear for your life? If you're in fear
and
for
you were in a
life,
car. You were in a car.
I was just about to say, and you're in a car. Why not just drive
and
away?
the final 2 shots were a double tap. Execution.
Right up against his head. You can't be in fear for your life and do that. And I know that for a fact. I have watched somebody's brain matter get blown onto my open-toe heels before.
Oh, that's where we're fixing to get deep on in the next segment.
You cannot call that an accident. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but that's not an accident. That's execution. That is a mob-style shit. That is gang-style shit.
And this was all over keys to a car. This was all over keys to a car because my brother broke up with the girlfriend the night before. She was drunk, so he took her home. He said, I have your keys. She called the cops, said he stole the car. He was at the casino. The cops told her, we know Matthew's routine. We'll go get the keys from him in the morning. He's at the Red Lion. We can guarantee it. And Austin went there before the cops that morning and waited for Matthew to get home from the corner store from getting cigarettes and coffee for him and the other victim that got shot. And he was on his way to pick up the victim's granddaughter to take her to school because that was his morning routine. And he was laying in wait at Matthew's home for Matthew. That's real fearful for your life, ain't it, homie? But you're some big bad gangster with your O&S brothers. Fuck all of y'all.
So, in my opinion, and like I said, viewers, correct me if I'm wrong, but that doesn't seem that's more like a game of hunting season. That is hunting somebody, stalking somebody, laying in wait. That's not self.
And even if my brother had defended himself, even if Matthew did, Matthew had every right because of pastoral law. Matthew was at his home.
We'll be right back, guys.